Hello, hello, and good afternoon. Is it or is everything really loud? Oh wait, that's probably because my computer's really loud. Alright, let's get this set up. We've got the chats, I can see everything. I managed to eat a little bit of food before we started, so I won't get hungry over the next 3 hours, so that's good. Alright, we have 3 hours, and I'm going to do my best to finish these 6 pages. Wish me luck. Yep. Right. So, we are going to do our best to stay focused, to work slowly, Scrivener, go away. And hopefully, as I'm trying to do, share my process so I can demystify a lot of how Clip Studio works and hopefully how digital drawing works. As well as like the comic making process, little things that kind of like you learn on your own just by doing the thing, right? Okay. So until somebody chats in the chat, I will share what I know while I'm working on it, but otherwise I'm just going to quietly get stuff done. Alright. Here we go. G-pen. Right, and then what was it? It was Control-Shift-P for print size. We'll come up here. Don't need this. Make sure that's black. We're on the line work layer, so we don't need that. We got our brush, don't need that. Scoot this where I can see it. Put this in the center where I can draw it. And what am I forgetting? References. Alright. Okay. That eye is too small. And we gotta do the big anime eyes. So Oh, that looks nice. I think. 1, 2. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Cool. His hair parting is right above the eye. There we go. Hello, Bird Bath. You and your little goat emoji. Always good to see you. We are just quietly doing line work. I suppose I should narrate when I'm doing stuff. So yeah, hold down the E button, E key, not button. Holding down E gives you eraser. Letting it go brings back your other tool, whatever you are using. Keyboard shortcuts, use them. Don't you want your life to be easier? Here. Oh. Because his shoulder is here. Seam. Ah, yes. Hands. Pinky's always weird because it's not only short, but like lower on the hand. Right? The fourth knuckle is just like scooted down. I think the actual length of the pinky is pretty close to the ring finger, but it's like a whole segment lower. At least on my hand it is. Making sure that I draw that is always like such a task. I feel like it's easy to draw hands wrong because there are these like really subtle anatomical differences amongst all the digits and the knuckles and all the stuff. There we go. Right, so there's that muscle. Collar. I'm going to make sure all the layers are tucked inside of the panels folder so that everything outside the panels gets masked away. Hooray! That was easy. Okay. Alright, cool. Oh good, I still have this selected. So, Control-Shift-N for new layer. If you don't have it, you can set up the keyboard shortcut. And then you can hold down Control and start distorting little control handles. Okay. Yeah, this little preview up here helps a lot. Okay. Now we can do Control B so I can see things better. Not Control E, just regular E. So areas that overlap can just be covered. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Nice. Alright, line work is done. We're going to keep the sketches on because I'm going to do sound effects and motion lines next. But first, we need to finish drawing these guys. Let's see. There are 3 panels now, 1 panel of Ichi, so let's do Ichi first. Alright, we don't need this spare window anymore. Control L because we set that to make a new window. Control Shift Q because I live dangerously and I want to flip things over with one hand. And now we'll be able to catch any mistakes while we draw. Amazing. Nose. There's that close fill tool. What's its name? No gaps, close and fill. If you want to search for it in the Clip Studio asset store, it's free. It is a free tool somebody made, and you could download if you use Clip. It is the No gaps, close and fill for erasing tool. Plus for erasing. It's got a long name. It's originally Japanese, but that's the translation. No gaps fill tool. Alright. Here. That's where the other ear is. Oh. There we go. Hand. Why did I put a hand here? Because characters need to do character acting. And humans use their hands a lot. Let's put... I really should do this first. Like when I create the panels, I should tuck all of the appropriate folders into the panels folder, this whole thing here. Line work. There we go. Nice clean lines. Nice quiet day. My shoulder doesn't hurt yet, but we'll see in 2.5 hours. Maybe because there's like a muscle in the middle of my back that's aching because in Kenpo class this week we were doing boxing drills, and that involves like doing footwork where you have to stay light on your toes for a full half hour and then, you know, launch into your boxing. And that's not something I do often. And here's the thing: if you like know how to throw a good punch, you know that all the energy and the power doesn't come from your arm itself or shoulder. It comes from it comes from like your core, right? Or your back and core, largely. Oh my gosh. Keep clicking off the screen and then hitting the space bar. I was listening to a YouTube video. My back hurts because I throw good punches, and that is apparently a muscle I have not been exercising. So now I am keenly aware exactly which muscle gets used when I throw a cross punch. It is something deep inside your mid-back. And it has been sore because I have zero chill during boxing days. Like, I will do the drills very diligently and then make myself tired. That's not how I want to draw his hair at all. Go away. Sometimes I use the eraser tool and do more than I intended, and then I'm just like, I could have used Control-Z instead. But no. I will live with my choices. Make better ones. Alright, hold on. So, his hair is really layered. Ads are coming in 2.5 minutes. For the Twitch side, if you're on YouTube, you don't have to worry about it. No? Okay. Alright, cool. That looks good. I don't see any glaring mistakes. That's always promising. Not me feeling bad when you look over and I haven't said anything. Oh no! It's okay, Birth Bath. I'm trying to, like, glance at the chat more often. You're not obligated to speak. There's an ebb and flow to stream days. Sometimes it's just quieter. Especially on the days when, like, I'm not doing anything particularly interesting, like line work. Though, alright, line work can be interesting because that's where I do a majority of my drawing thinking. I'm also getting into the habit of speaking more and kind of like describing what I'm doing. I'm working on it. I'm working on being more engaging in 2025. Use the close fill tool. Alright, you know what? I'll leave this open. I'll leave this open so that people can see what's going on in the side panels when I, like, change tools. And you'll see the keys that I'm using here, so you know what my keybinds are. Right. We're using refer multiple, using the refer thing, set that to the line work folder, and now I don't know why this works, but it considers the folder I'm in, the borders of the panel, to be lines as well. So that's nice. I cannot actually tell you why that works, but it does. If you're inside of a panel folder. Alright, that's the wrong tool. Sometimes I hit B instead of P because my Bones Tarot and like partners, my own comics, I use the Bit Husky brush, which looks like this, as opposed to the G pen, which is that. It may not look that different here, but there's like a texture to the Bit Husky brush, and I prefer that for my own stuff. But this is like a very manhwa-like, crystal crisp lines. I have a right. You have a right scientist test tomorrow, and today you had a Hebrew one. Oh, Birdbath, hang in there. You can do it. You know the things that you are being tested on. Something silly has been put into Discord. Has it? Oh no. What silly thing did you put into Discord? You put a meme. Oh my god. No, never. Me and Flapple get along famously. Besides, if Flapoo's not here, I can't, like, comment. Flapoo has to be here to be able to defend themselves. Oh my god, she's got such fluffy hair. Alright. Ear. It's one ear. And that's where the rectangular ear is. And there's the other ear. We have the diamond. And there's just a stud there. So, whoop, 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 whoop. Neck, collar, trim, shape of the shirt, shoulders, and part of the design that loops around the back of the shirt. Cool. Wait, non-bad layer, non-lines. Oh, 2 more panels to go. 2 more panels to draw, and then we're gonna do the flats. You're right. It's okay. You win bad? What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Bird bath. You're bringing attention to yourself. Alright. Oh god, another hand. Why do I do this? Alright. Heck. First knuckle, second knuckle's a little higher, third knuckle's lower. This is the lowest. Whoop. Whoop. A little bit up. Whoop. Okay. That looks good. A bitty sweat drop. Eyes. This is what his eyes look like. There's a reason I score terribly in language tests. Are you Alphaba or Glinda? Definitely not Glinda. Alright, I'll be honest. I have never watched nor read Wicked. I have a passing understanding of what the story is about. And that's it. I know it's based on The Wizard of Oz, and it's like a prequel with the Wicked Witch of the West and how she became that way and stuff. That's all I know. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely not Glinda. I wouldn't want to be the good fairy. I know nothing about Wicked. Like, nothing at all. My friend was really into it when we were in high school, and I was not. She's so wicked and of the West. Sure. I'm curious if, like, the Wicked Witch of the East also makes an appearance because she dies at the beginning of The Wizard of Oz. Wow, I don't remember anything ever. Like, I know that the themes of the movie is about, like, what makes somebody wicked, right? Like, are you pushed into it due to systematic injustice and stuff like that, which I'm totally down for, right? Like, villain arcs are made by that kind of thing. And that looks good. She does not, or so I think. Okay, that's fine. I'm not particularly attached to this story. But I do know that a lot of people are. And that's a testament to it being a good story, you know, or it being compelling. Because good is subjective. The other Wicked Witch is Elphaba's sister. You see her sister in the movie if they're following the story of them being sisters set up by the movie. I see. Also, hello, Flapu! Did you... how you doing? What was I doing? Ah, yes. Hair. Boop, boop, boop. I feel like I could draw his hair without a reference, but it's always nice to be able to glance over and remind myself how it's shaped so that I don't start working on autopilot. Combat autopilot while driving. Combat autopilot while driving. No, while drawing. The moment you stop thinking while you're drawing is where, like, creativity probably goes to die. I'm gonna try a thing where I leave this open and then I'll color it in by hand. Because I like how the lines look when they're not closed. That swooshes that way. Oh, oh, oh. Yep. Oh. There. Cool. Here. Nope. There we go. Round. Diamond. Your jaw. Chin. Ooh. Flappo is buddy busy mainly. One meeting after another. Oh, that sucks. Meetings take so much time, and I'm not sure how much gets done during them. From what I've heard, there's a lot of this could have been an email meetings in an office setting. Cool. What are we? Why are you jump scaring me? Oh, you want me to ring the bell? Alright. This couldn't have been an email because no one would reply. So the meeting is to force them to answer me. Oh, I see. I think that's a good reason to have a meeting. Is to force a reply that you need. Alright, fine, we're gonna go ring the bell, and then I'm back to work. Alright, the bell has been rung. Brass bell, your beloved. Cannot live without the bell. Well, I hope you're happy. Hold on. I made some bread knots to eat. They turned out good. Fresh bread is delicious. It does, however, take like an hour to 2 hours to make. It would be evil if Flopper redeemed Ring the Bell made you get up again. I currently have Ring the Bell set up, I think, so that only one person can do it per stream, and there's like an hour cooldown. At least it should be set up that way, and if it isn't, and if Flopper redeems Ring the Bell and can, I'm gonna ignore it. The reason is because of me. Yeah, it's probably because of Flapu. I mean, a lot of redeems, the point redeems on Twitch, exist because of Flapu. It's like Flapu and Minnie. And Roxy, probably. It's just just those three. Yeah. I mean, you say life ruined, but aren't you here to see me draw and, like, finish this comic? Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Apple. Cool. And one more. One more little chibi. Actually, I'm going to use a thicker brush for this. Come for the drawing, stay for the bell. The bell clarifies your mind and wakes you up. It opens your chakras. This is the only stream where you can get it. I also eat banana and onions to get control of the avatar state while the bell's being rung. Yes, I have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was in middle school and I watched it live as it aired on Nickelodeon. Was it Nickelodeon? Whatever. I watched it like while it was being aired. Avatar: The Last Airbender is part of my like media DNA as a human being. I remember even in middle school, I was so deeply disappointed by the ending that I couldn't sleep. Because they were using so much cool, like, Eastern philosophy, specifically Hindu and Buddhist stuff, and they missed the point of the philosophy. And it was a very Deus Ex Machina ending, and I will die on that hill. So that's I don't know. In the end, it was a Western story for Western audiences, and I have no beef with that. It was just yet another data point in my life of why I should never get too involved in fandom or stories that other people write. Because they will always disappoint me in one way or another. There are very few stories that haven't, like, disappointed me. Very, very few. That said, I do love Avatar. I've always loved Avatar. I like Legend of Korra better. Mostly because I think I was like a teenager and I related to Korra a lot at that point in my life, so, like, you know, Korra's my girl. Don't like SpongeBob? Produced on the same floor as SpongeBob. That's neat. It's on Netflix now. Yeah, I don't know if I can rewatch Avatar, if that makes sense, right? Like it's been so long, and I feel like I just want to like keep my childhood enjoyment of it where it is in the past. Um, and you know, move on to other stories and writing my own. I kind of like, yeah, I don't know, mixed feelings. Because as a kid, it was just really cool to see any kind of representation that came from Asia, especially something that I was super familiar with, which is Buddhist and Hindu principles and stuff. And getting to see that, plus martial arts, different kinds of martial arts, in a fantasy series is just really dope. And I don't know. I'm not gonna do anything to spoil my already spoiled disappointment in the ending. But everything else, great. Genuinely did enjoy the series. It was my favorite. But I will die on the hill that the ending was a Deus Ex Machina. Oh, got to go for a meeting. Bye, Flapu. Good luck. Get all the answers. Don't like Korra that much? You only watched the first episode? That's okay if it wasn't for you. I would say at least, like, the first season stands really well on its own because the villain is excellent in Legend of Korra. Amon, he was a terrifying villain. My goodness. I feel like if I went back and I rewatched Korra, it would feel very like, I don't know, what's the word? I don't know, I feel like it might hit harder in some ways. Plus, like, I related a lot to Korra as someone who is an outspoken brown girl. And, like, you know, teenagers getting to be messy teenagers was fun for me. Like, Korra is, I think, one of the few characters I can see myself in. And she goes through some shit, man. Plus, all 4 seasons kind of come together into like a slowly spiraling, expanding fantasy story that I think was well done, considering they only had like 12 to 13 episodes per season of space to do all of the things. And I think they did their best. I don't know. I'm also biased, because I love Korra. Like I said, she's my girl. Alright. Hey, line work is done. Slightly thicker lines for the chibi, just to make it stand out a bit. Then we're gonna hit our brackets to go back down to like 7.6 for nice, decent, thin lines for the canvas. Boop. Alright, so that's green. Now, alright, let's change the sketch layer. Boop. Boop. I didn't like that they departed from the really cool style of ancient Japan and Mayans of Eskimos and Industrial Fire Nation to like a steampunk style world. Well, that's actually something I liked because, like, what's it, like 50 years or something? 80 years have passed. And already, during the original Avatar The Last Airbender, they were at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. So the fact that in 80 years they developed radio and electricity and the setting evolved in much the same way, because, like, what's it, the Republic City was originally part of the Earth Nation or something like that. I don't know a lot of the supplementary things, but it was a really accurate representation of how technology and societies develop in that world. So it's not that they suddenly decided to become steampunk, it's that they looked at the world that they created in Avatar, they looked at the technology, and they're like, how would this progress? And it progressed into the later industrial era. It's not even steampunk. Because they're not using, like, steam. It is straight up, it's diesel punk, if anything else. But yeah. The drama between non-benders and benders, oh. See, that's my shit. I love stories of societal tension, because it's one of the few areas that actually, like, low-key start to address systematic stuff in fiction. And, like, I don't know, at least Korra tries to do something about it, but she, like, you know, it's a good example of a story where there's limitations when you just have one person who's supposed to be this, like, superhero for the world, but the world has problems that she can't solve. And there's, like, issues with that, and, like, society itself has to find a way to come together and like evolve together. It felt like more mature storytelling and world building, and again, they did their best. They did their best with the resources that they had, and the fact that they had to fight to have a female protagonist, to have a woman avatar. And I'm just like, I don't know. I will die on that hill. Gladly. I forgot the bottom part of June's hair here. I don't know. I really liked it, but I also love steampunk. I love, like, more high-tech settings personally in fantasy. I am tired of the ancient medieval stuff. I want to see the interplay of a magic system of like magic users versus normal ass mundane people with their electricity and smartphones, you know? Like I want to see the dynamics of that. But, you know, it's harder to write that sort of world. It's easier when like got basic ass technology and feudalism and kings and shit. Who wants to deal with democracy, right? That's just me. Societal tension makes you feel antsy? That's fair. If it feels too real for you, you don't have to experience it in fiction. You don't have to, like, subject yourself to that. Like, there's a reason I don't watch horrors or thrillers, really, that have more contemporary and realistic scary shit, like slasher films and stuff, when it's, like, just a dude. That shit freaks me the hell out. Now, if you give me a horror movie where, like, the villain is literally the devil or ghosts, I don't get scared, because I'm just like, haha, that doesn't exist. This is my escapism. So, like, we all have some, like, real-world shit that we're just like, you know what, I'm experienced certain, I have experienced certain fears or events in my life that are triggers, and I don't need them in my fiction, and I think that's totally fair. Yeah. You don't need that in Plato Element Magic. Empedocles? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Birdbath. But anyway, you would love Adon? What's Adon? Explain. I don't know about shortened acronyms. Acronyms are the bane of my existence. At Dead of Night. What is it? Is it a show? Is it a movie? Is it a game? Okay. Alright. Everything looks good. Let's start putting in the flats for the backgrounds. Hooray. Boop, boop, boop. Right? If you hold down Shift Control, you can tap on any layer that is on the highest thing. So B. Nope, not B. It's the folder. So Control B. Stick that onto full opacity. Grab this. I'm gonna hit U, which is my lasso fill. And that'll do. Save. Next. Grab these, Control B, full opacity, grab this color, go down to the flats, and just do that. I should probably do that first. E, apply. F to duplicate it, bring it up here, Control Alt, Shift A to get to my artistic edits. Oh no, suddenly all of my side windows closed. Why did it do that? Don't do that. Right, line thickness. That looks good. Okay. Right click, convert layer, vector layer, okay. Hit the object button with O. For your object tool, you can change the thickness. 30 is too thick. 25. Yep. Brush shape. Got my triangle brush to make it a little lighter, softer. Yeah. Okay. Boop, boop. Green. Control D to remove that marquee. Our background's already there. Alright. And then background flats, we can fill this in. Make sure marquee is rectangle. Got our gradients. Now, background gradients. Right click. little too warmer, darker. Boop. I'm on a nearby. Let's get the colored version of this guy. It's too big. Let me get the last one. Yeah, that looks cute. What is this? White, it's black. I really won't need that. Let's do one hatching. Cool. Save. Alright, so these backgrounds look good. Don't need this, don't need this. Let's scoot this off to the side because we don't need these either. Okay, save. Another good way to quickly save if you're working on lots of pages is to go into your project window, save, and it'll save everything that has not been saved. Let's see. Something has appeared in the Discord. Okay. At Dead of Night is a point-and-click horror game with real people. Oh, no! Okay, see, you had me at point-and-click, and then you lost me at real people, and I'm just like, oh no. Because, here's the thing, I love point-and-click games. I really love point-and-click games. But I guess in point-and-click games, they won't have jump scares, right? I could play it and not get too scared. Oh, human beings. Horror related with regular human beings. Birdbath, you're so mean. You're starting to bully too. I see that Flappo is a bad influence on you. That or I don't know, my cult programming is working as planned. Darn it, my sheep are gaining independence. How dare you? If you want a good YouTube video, the YouTuber Astrospiff made like an hour-long video about the extreme mode on the game. Yes. I do like watching people play games. I watch a number of YouTubers that like play indie games and horror games and stuff that I cannot handle. Okay. Hey, look at that. Let me just center everything real quick. Okay. Before we start character flats, let me hold on. Nope, that's the wrong tool. That is also the wrong tool. Pattern. See, like a little sparkles. Yeah. There we go. Safe. No, this is really small. You. Pile? Oh no, that's even worse. I'd have to go into like the main UI and make everything bigger probably. That's fine. What I should really do is like rename all of these that are in like Japanese and Korean into English with my own descriptions so that I know what they are. But I'm too lazy to sit down and organize all of that. So yeah. Control Shift I inverses the selection. That way I can make a mask so that the line work of the background will not be on top of my sparkles. Save. Background gradient. Like that. Darker, darker, darker. Not that dark. There we go. New. Okay, save. Do you save? Okay. Grab that. Particle size. Let's make this 250. Right. It's not me quietly realizing like things that I need to add to my backgrounds. New layer, rename. What was it? White glow, white figure glow. Okay. Make sure I have the moved layers selected. Control C. This here. I might as well just finish all the backgrounds first, get that over with, and then we'll do the sound effects and motion lines, and then the flats. But first, we have our airbrush, use the bracket. I'm gonna stand up from the background just a bit. What's that about standing? What? Bird bath! You are very, like... Should I send you a link over Discord? Yeah, send me a link to YouTube. I'll just add it to my watch later. Oh, jeez. You're gonna make someone who's already sore from boxing drills for 2 nights in a row stand up. Yeah, it's probably good for me. Alright, fine, I'm standing up. I'm using my standing desk. Alright, back to distinguishing my figures from their backgrounds. Alright, come over here, save all the pages in one go. These bunnies are inclusive. No racism in bunny background. Oh, you mean those like soft bunnies that I was putting in that one panel? I want to get better at making cute little backgrounds. Or using textures and stuff in backgrounds. Can't send you a message because we aren't friends on Discord. Yeah, it's okay. You can just post it in memes and recommendations and tag me there. Because this is for the video game, right? The point and click at dead of night. I'll just grab it from there. No worries. Alright. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna grab my Fave Rounded SFX brush. I'm gonna make it white, and we're gonna come up here to the motion lines layer. And get all this stuff that's at the top done. Open, come on. Sometimes the pen doesn't. I have to like tap harder. Open. Alright. You're also watching Sleeping Beauty? That's nice. I really like Sleeping Beauty. Like the Disney movie. Hold on. We're gonna put like a motion blur thingy on this background. I should do that next. That's fine. That's done. SFX. Do I need any? But let's put a favorite baby there. Use a different. I have a whole bunch of special effects brushes. Yeah, let's do this one. That's save. Cool. This is looking really good so far. Really happy with this. Let's see, I don't think this needs any sound effects. These guys are good to go. Green. I'm gonna turn those off for reasons you'll see in a bit. Turn off dialogue too. That looks good. That's need it. So that's green, that looks good. Dialogue. Move that out of the way for now. Rewind the sound effects. I like this one. Rename it. Nope. Rename a layer. Right click. Subtool settings. Grungy SFX. Gonna hold down controls. Actually, I think you could scoot it without. Yeah, you just click and drag. Ah, I'm back up here. There we go. Oh no! Dropped my pen. Use this. It's nice and smooth. Lightning strikes go with the music when she casts thorns on the palace. Really? Neat. Right. This is actually specs. Same. Wrong layer. Now you're gonna watch The Little Mermaid? I see. Shouldn't you be studying? You have a science test tomorrow. Or have you already finished studying? Okay. So that looks fine. That looks fine. We're gonna lock the transparency on that, and we're gonna color. Oh no, wait. No, we're not gonna color this yet. We do that last when we have our final colors down. So turn off the folder, turn off the dialog, save, remove that out of the way, lock it, turn that off, turn this off, save. Lock transparency, turn off these layers, save. Oh. Okay. Save. Close those. Save. Okay. So sound effects and motion lines have been put down. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's do the shadows and lighting for the backgrounds, and then we can put down the figures. Yeah. Okay, good progress. You've already studied. Science teacher legend says she advised against studying because it's really simple atom history. Okay. Why does Little Mermaid have 1080p but Sleeping Beauty only has 720? I think Sleeping Beauty's older. Like, it's a lot older than Little Mermaid. Maybe it's just they haven't remastered it. I don't know. I'm sitting back down. $30. There are 30 years between them? That makes sense to me. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna eat a little bit of bread. Okay. Let's hunker down, get some shading done. I'll show you some of my workflow for that. So these two things, green. Now shadows, warm shadow. We have tilted panels here, so we're going to use the polyline marquee. Make sure Gradient is our main tool selected. There's our cloak shadow. Yeah. Oops. Cool. Save. Cool. Green. Next, so that we don't need to change colors over too much, go back to the rectangle marquee, gradients, make sure we're on the right layer. Alright, patterns. Okay. Gradient, plop. Save. Select. Green. Next. Correct layer. Other neat background gradients. This is patterns now. That's not how you spell patterns, but it's fine. As long as I know what it is. Gradient. Filter, blur, spin and blur. Let's see, apply mask. Yeah. Rasterize. Oh, it's already rasterized. Okay. Filter, blur, spin blur. Okay. Like this. Clear. Let's say patterns. After we do lighting, I'll do some extra effects. Patterns. Right. Gradients, color, marquee. Oop, oop. green. Go to shadow. Cool. Making sure that our gradients are on. Filter, blur, spin blur. Mask. Clear. There we go. Masking away those lines so that there's less clarity. Gotta love the spin blur. Yay! Alright. Oh no, wait. There we go. Warm key light. Gradient. Down. Nope. Because we're on the wrong layer. There we go. Save. Make sure we're on the right layer. Light. Oh, wrong layer. I started turning off my brain. Started working on autopilot. Don't do that. Alright. Let's go back here. Save all of our pages. Cool. So the base shading and lighting for the backgrounds are done. What time is it? Alright, we got 1 more hour. Can I do this in 1 more hour? Can I? Let's find out. So I've got the flats. Let's clean up our layers, make it nice and organized. That's all green. Boop. Boop. Figure flats back here. Clean those up. Green backgrounds. Figure flats. Boop. Do that. Green. Figure flats. Let's Control D to get rid of that marquee tool. Alright, and we've got the flats. Making sure that the line work folder has the little reference lighthouse on it, because that's going to be important. Because we need to reference those lines. Like that. There's the flats. Reference. And there. Okay. Save. Make sure we get all the pages saved. Okay. Time to do our red flats to make sure we don't miss anything. It's just to make sure that I can see everything. Save. Next. Need to clean up my lines over here, and I make sure to use the right tool. Cool. Save. Oh, okay. There we go. Save. Come on. Zoom in. Okay. There we go. Oop, save. Okay. Cool. Okay. Here we go. One character at a time so I don't waste time moving around. Go down you to get my lasso fill in. Ah, yeah. Alright. Oops. That's fine. Save. Okay. Save. That's green. Gotta resist the urge to start shading. Let's do all of our flats in one go. Flats first. Started speeding up. Slow down. Slow down. Here we go. She's curing red disease. Oh no! Gotta get rid of all the red. Not allowed. Cool. Cool. Next. It's like a game. Remove the red. Nice. Hey. Scan over this just to make sure I didn't miss any red bits before we flatten it down into one layer and then never touch it again. Boop. Bird Bat's beloved red people. I am awful. I'm just taking them away from you. You can't have nice things. How dare I? The despot. Here. Oh, oops. I flattened it before I should have. Started working on autopilot again. Gotta focus. You know, talking slows me down. But there isn't really much to say while I'm doing, like, the flats, I guess. Like, the flats is a very meditative step. Hold down U. Get my, what's it, lasso fill? I really love this fill tool. It takes a little bit of adapting to, but in the end it becomes super useful. No. Sometimes I like, because if you cross over the lines, it won't fill in. There we go. Clean that up. I'll clean up the little corners. So for all the speed, sometimes around these really tight corners, you still have to do manual work. At least I memorized where all the colors are supposed to go, so you don't need the references open anymore. It helps that my flats are also labeled really clearly. No. Yep. Oop. Oop. Save. Wait. How did that happen? I don't know what I clicked. No, the sunburn? Birdbath, why are you rooting for the red characters? Ah, staying circle. We meet again, my old friend. Oh, how devilish the circle is. It is! This thing gave me more trouble than any other panel. Alright. They're being destrupified. No one will help you, Birdbath. This process cannot be stopped. I won't stop until there is no more scrap of bright red left. It will be eradicated. No one will help you. No one can save you. New Sera lore being developed. I'm in my villain arc this year. Oh jeez. Alright, hold on. There is a way to make life easier here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit a pen brush, and we're just gonna make it easier to fill in these flats, basically. Because it interacts with what's already on the layer. Wrong shirt, this shirt. Safe. Why are all the Disney princesses 16 years old? When are we getting one that's 35? Cause it's my own conspiracy theory. I don't know. Maybe we should look into who writes these stories, and that can give an insight into why female protagonists have to be so young and impressionable for these sorts of stories. I, for one, would love to see a 35-year-old princess, but like, I guess they also had to make it relatable to younger audiences, which is fine. There's plenty of other stories with 35-year-old protagonists. I don't know. I don't think being a Disney princess is necessary to have a good story. Well, yeah, you could relate. As we get older, our tastes in stories change. Yeah, I wouldn't mind more stories with older female characters. We get so precious few of those. Like, I know in the new Witcher game, we're gonna get to play as like a mid-30s Ciri, and that's gonna be cool as shit. And of course, naturally, all of the tender-hearted gamers got so bent out of shape over that. God forbid women age. As someone who's gonna turn 32 in like 3 months. Like, I don't know. People with certain proclivities don't care for women that age. And they wonder why they're lonely. Maybe you're the next Disney princess, Sarah? Hell no. I do not like Disney. I can be a princess without Disney, thanks very much. If anything, if I was in a Disney thing, I'd be like a villain. I'd be one of those non-conforming, queer-coded villains that has a perfectly reasonable reason why they're doing villainous things. But they're still the bad guy. Like Maleficent, right? So it's supposed to be like super uber disrespectful not to invite like the fairies to the like the birth celebration of the princess. Like they literally offended this super powerful fairy that they knew existed. And honestly, if they had just invited Maleficent to Aurora's birth, she would have given her like a dope ass blessing. But no. They were just like, oh no, spooky, dark fairy, we don't want her around here, that's gross. And then put a curse instead. Like, what do you. What I don't understand is like mortals that live in a fictional world where supernatural creatures are known to be like fairies, and then they still like fuck around and find out. Like you gotta be at least a little bit smarter if you like exist in this universe. You invited the other fairies. Like, don't mess with supernatural shit. If you live in a world where you know that stuff exists, you gotta be at least a little bit smarter. But then again, I think I overestimate human intelligence a lot. The House of Mouse. No, you will not find me in the House of Mouse. If you're a theme park villain, you're like Thaumaturgy Cat from Battle Cats. Thaumaturge Cat. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of those words mean. Apart from cat and thaumaturgy, which is just another fancy way to say magic. It's like a specific kind of magic. Oh, that's cute. 100% weakens non-metal. Amazing. Yes. Yeah, I want to be that cat. Ultimate power. Give it to me. I love it. With her little pentagram necklace and everything. Gorgeous. Alright. Sure. Aha. Back to the top. Now is here. Oh. And start. Get the stuff that's at the top the most. Hold on you. Get my lasso filled. There we go. Details. There's the paw print. Oh, undershirt. And then I get to blue pants. I might be low-key obsessed with using as few layers as possible at any given time, because there's already so many layers needed to like do my whole thing. Save. Oh, they got 30 minutes left. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to finish 6 pages in the next 30 minutes, but we can get closer. Thaumaturge cameo in Sera's with a comic. Thaumaturge probably has a copyright, don't they? Aren't they owned by somebody? I don't have permission to use Thaumaturge Cat. I could do a spoof off of Thaumaturge Cat. There we go. Boop. Diamond. Long earring. Shirt detail. Skin. New layer. Boop. Go underneath there. Shirt. Skin. Trim. In there. Boop. The eyes. Go look at the shirt. Eyes. You know. There we go. Ooh. Oh no, bit of bread. There we go. Got all of it. Cool. Put that. That's done. Oh. Thaumaturge Cat is not actually copyrighted. Oh, really? Even commercially. I do have to give credit, though. Okay. Who am I crediting for Thaumaturge Cat? Who made it? I'll have to look that up. And hopefully not forget that Thaumaturge Cat exists, because I don't know where such a thing would show up in my comics. Save. Awesome. Flats are done. Honos Corp. Made Thaumaturge Cat. I see. Because there has to be shading for the lips. For me, it just looks off when there isn't. I'm sure I could get by without, but this is like one of those little embellishments that I will take the time to do. Makes me happy. I feel like you're the one building lore out. I'm getting epithets by the day. suppose that's not a bad thing. One is not supposed to write their own legend. Other people do that. Philosophy. I like philosophy. But it's also, like, literally true. You don't get to choose who tells your story. I mean, except for the one time, like, you know, if you just tell your story, then you are telling your story. But in the end, you don't really control how other people tell your story. And you don't get to choose. So all you can do is to, like, you know, not be a shit person, so when other people do tell your story, and if they're being honest, they can't go out and be like, they were a shit person. My natural disasters teacher asked the class, in an earthquake, what do you do? Answer is to drop, cover, and hold on. Yeah, that's what my friend told me for tornadoes. Flapu, actually, told me what to do if there was a tornado, because during the last few hurricanes here in Florida, there were tornado warnings. Like, there could have been a tornado in my area, but not a tornado watch. You're supposed to, like, head to an innermost room, get a mattress or something to cover your head. So, like, ideally, like, there's a bathroom. Cover your head in case stuff from up top, like, drops on you. And yeah, hunker down. Probably just, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a natural disaster, you know? If you could see it coming, get out of the way. If not, you just have to shelter and hope for the best. At least with hurricanes. Like, you prepare and you board up your windows and you make sure you have enough water and food, and then you just hunker down. Because what are you gonna do? It's a giant storm, you know? Plus, the hurricanes are getting worse year by year. Okay. We're on the shading layer now. There are 0 natural disasters in South Africa. It snows like every 11 years. I see. I'm glad that there are no natural disasters. That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind moving somewhere more north into the New England area. At least there won't be tornadoes and hurricanes up there. But I would have to learn how to survive in snow. And I don't know how to do that. Florida? Yeah. Yeah, I live in the swamp. I grew up in Florida. Europe does have very gloomy weather, I fear. Yeah, I know. We once had a layover in London during a flight to India. And yeah, it's just cold and drizzly all day. It's just cold and wet and sad over there. It's great. At least in Florida, the storms don't last for more than 10 minutes because there's so much wind. It'll be crazy storming, and then 10 minutes later it's like bright, clear, sunshiny sky. The weather changes very quickly here. I guess that's what happens when you live in a tropical-ish peninsula. Okay. First things first, now we're going to do the marquee and gradient method. So we can get the base shadows down first. Warm shadow here. Okay. Time to do shading and time to be mindful about it so it takes less time overall. And actually, no, I'm just joking because there's 5 minutes to 4 and I'm done working for the day. Alright, we made a lot of progress though. We got a lot done. We got 2 pages of line work. We got all the flats down. Backgrounds are shaded and lit. Now it's just the figure shading, figure lighting, the full page lighting, and dialogue bubbles, and we're done. So that's probably just another 3 hours of work, which I can do tomorrow. I can put in 3 hours tomorrow. Normally I try to take the day off on Thursday to get a little extra rest, but a lot of stuff actually has to get done. But at least for My Gentle Giant, I'll be able to finish this tomorrow. I have a bonus comic for Patreon that I need to work on, but I will not be streaming that because it's a secret. It's a secret that only patrons get to see. But yeah. As always, thank you for giving me company. I appreciate it. Roxy's busy, but Bird Bath is here, as well as like one of the familiar usernames I see sometimes that just silently watch, I assume. Hi. But yeah. What are you doing stealing my little heart emojis that I leave for everybody when we finish this stream? No. It's just more heart emojis for me. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I might take it easy. But I will stream on Friday. So I will see you then. What do you mean? No. I once again have the advantage over you. You can't beat your cult leader. You may be the one goat amongst many sheep, but I am still the leader. I'll stream on Friday. We'll stream on Friday from 1 to 4. So, bye-bye. Take care.